Hey everyone, this is Mr. Robinson, your new teacher for personal finance class. I just want to take a few minutes to say hello and to go over a few things that will be really helpful to you as we make this transition. A couple of reasons why we made this transition. For one thing, I understand that some of you have been having some trouble keeping up with the schedule and have been falling behind. And then also you're just sort of struggling with the material in general. And I understand that. This is a challenging course both mathematically and in terms of some of the language that's used. So a couple of things we did. First of all, you might notice that as of last Friday, all of your missing assignments were gone. So no matter how far behind schedule you were, all those calendar dates were moved up to Friday, or beginning with Friday. And so as of Friday, there were no more missing assignments. Now, for some of you, that meant that Friday was a due date, and so you may actually find some missing assignments, but that's only from last Friday. So at worst, you're only a day behind schedule. So we wanted to take the pressure off you, and I know you're all at different places in the course, and that's fine as well. The other thing is, and this is kind of unprecedented for us. We are going to try out something where I'll be available for immediate response to emails during your class periods. That's 8 to 9 in the morning and 1 to 2 in the afternoon. Typically it's a 24-hour turnaround, and knowing the two teachers that you had previously, I'm sure they were pretty good about doing that. But we're going to try our hardest to be able to let me respond to your emails. Now, you'll send it, it'll take a little bit to get to me. I'll have to look up the question, give you an answer, and get it back to you. So it won't be like instantaneous, but you should get it within a few minutes and certainly during your class period. Now, there will be a few days where I'm just not going to be able to do that. And one of those, in fact, is this coming Wednesday, where I had a prior commitment. I'll be on the road all day, actually. But I will communicate that to your teachers in advance to the best of my ability, so you're not sitting there waiting for a response that's not coming. And as always, even on those days, I'll be able to get back to you by the next class period. But the goal here is to be able to let you ask a question in class and get a response within 10 minutes or so, so you can keep working in class and not feel like you have to lose a day because you're stuck on something. So I hope that by taking the missing assignments out and by also being a little bit more responsive to your questions, we can help you feel a bit better about what you're doing and maybe get you back on track and doing well in this class. Now, I want to go over a couple other things regarding the submission of assignments. I've noticed that some of you are doing your assignments in Word, which is fine. It's a little bit tricky because this is a pretty mathematical class and it's got a lot of computations in it. Microsoft Word isn't the best tool maybe for showing all those computations. So if that's your only option, okay, we'll make do with it. A far better option, if it's possible, and I've seen some of you have done this, is to actually print out your assignments, write them out by hand, and then scan them in and submit those. You can use the app like Cam Scanner, which is something that runs on a smartphone, or if you have access to a scanner as well. Regardless of whether you use Word or you use your own handwriting, what I'm really looking for is demonstration, first of all, that you're doing your own work. Sometimes in a big class like this, it's easy for one person to do the work and several others to maybe just copy paste that work into their own Word document. And teachers sometimes get a little bit nervous when they see very similar work coming in from multiple submissions. So if you do use Word, just be really careful that it's your own work and you can demonstrate that it's your own work. And also, I'll expect to see computations on every single question that have one. If I just see a number written down and I know that there's a calculation behind it, you're not going to get full credit for that because I can't tell the difference between I did all the work but I didn't show it versus my friend here did all the work and I just wrote down the answer of the work that they did. So whether you're doing it by hand or doing it in Word, just make it very clear that it's your own work and that you're showing all the work behind the calculation. And I think things should go very, very well. Make sure you look at your inbox for the messages for replies from me. I'm usually very, very timely in getting assignments back, almost always the same day. And in a group like this, normally that would be very difficult, but I think you're all at different points in the course, and so there'll be assignments will be coming in a way that I should be able to get them back, ideally that same night, at the very least, but by the next day. And I'd love to get it back to you by the next class period. So Anyway, that's all I'll leave you with now. I look forward to working with you all. I'll be here to answer questions. I hope you have a great rest of the year, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.